वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। बहुत बहुत स्वागत आप सभी का भागवत गीता दिन सत्र में। So we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We'll start today from chapter 17, text 16, chapter entitled Divisions of Faith. Now, see, someone suppose someone is having a court battle, and take this as a question as well. Huh? Someone is having a court case, and he has hired a lawyer. Now, hired a lawyer, right? And hired a lawyer gives a lot of assurance, right? Hiring a lawyer gives a lot of assurance. If we have a good lawyer, we feel very safe, secure, comfortable. Now, it is observed in this world that the person may be wrong, but if he hires a lawyer, good lawyer, he knows that the lawyer can help me still win the case. Huh? The lawyer can help me still have a reduced punishment or no punishment. I can still be come out clean. Mm. Because the lawyer knows the law, how to kind of adjust the law, how to work it out. He knows how to work it out. And what does the person involved? What does he need to do? One thing he needs to make sure. Okay, take this as a question. Now, suppose you are having a court case. You have hired a lawyer. uh, and based on the lawyer, we get confidence. Yes, we will win the case, even though we are wrong or even though the case is very tricky. But the lawyer will help us come through. But what does the lawyer ask us? What is expected of us from the lawyer? Lawyer says fighting the case for me. What is the most important thing the lawyer will expect from me?
I think we should reveal the truth and share all the little details.
Hmm. The lawyer will expect transparency, clear, complete transparency. Yes, reveal the truth. Yes, share all those details. So, truth, no? Very nice. Yeah, reveal the truth. Now, even if we are wrong or right, but in front of the lawyer, we should reveal everything. We should not cheat with the lawyer at least. Imagine what will happen if we cheat with the lawyer. We cannot win the case. Very difficult then. Very difficult. Confusion. No? But even if we are wrong or right, but we should be very transparent with the lawyer. Uh, We should reveal the truth to the lawyer. Then lawyer can help us win the case. Lawyer knows the law. We do not know the full law, but lawyer knows. He can help us come out. Likewise, Krishna consciousness, na? Krishna can fight the case for ourselves on our behalf if we let him fight. We have to, like we know, someone knows now, okay, maybe I've done a crime. So now I need to find a lawyer, or someone else has done a crime upon me. I need to find a lawyer for justification. No? So likewise, when I understand, okay, I'm stuck in this material world. I'm after happiness, but I do not get happiness. There's so much of struggle, anxiety, and so much things. Huh? Or I genuinely want to understand God. I'm inquisitive. I want to have a knowledge relationship with God, and furthermore. So in that instance, what we also hire a lawyer, and lawyer as in. Who do we call out to? We should search out for Krishna. So when Krishna say finds a case on our behalf, will we ever lose? Never, never ever. In scriptures, we see those who have taken shelter of Krishna, they have always come out victorious. Although, in one instance, Durvasa Muni, uh, Ambarish Maharaj, he went to take shelter of Krishna, but Krishna did not give him shelter. Why? Because he had offended a pure devotee of the Lord. He did a Vaishnava aparadh. But if we are not committing Vaishnava aparadh and taken shelter of Krishna, then there's no power in this world which can let us down. No. So similarly, what we need to do is approach Krishna. Mm. We need to come forward, take shelter of Bhagavad Gita, take shelter of the holy name, and reveal our heart. Be very transparent with Krishna. Be very honest with Krishna. And then follow the lawyer and the person who has hired the lawyer tells him or her that okay, you have to speak like this in front of the judge, in the court, in front of the policeman. This is what you will say, this is what you will not say, do this. See, next step they will ask you like that, next step they will ask you like that, all those sorts of things. So likewise, Krishna will also train us in life, how to deal with studies, how to deal with family, relationships, business, finance, job, travel, health, all those things. What is coming next? What is coming next? How to work it out. Provided we are honest and transparent. If we are honest and transparent with Krishna, then Krishna can be very work freely with us. Krishna can use us then if we are flexible and open to Krishna. But if we are rigid, then very difficult for Krishna to use us. But if we are open to him, then Krishna can use us very nicely. So, with this attitude, mood, prayer, understanding, that we also become very transparent to Krishna. Uh, we also give ourselves fully to Krishna. We also become very transparent to Krishna. And then see, Krishna will help us advance rapidly. So, with this mood, prayer, hope, understanding, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 617, text 16. Harsha can bring on the screen. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samsudhiriti iti etat tapomana samuchyate. Harsha, read translation purport.
And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. The best training for the mind is gravity in thought. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna conscious. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from thoughts of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways for sense gratification. And so there is no possibility of the mind's becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literature. which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and the Mahabharata. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus become purified. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare of all. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self realization. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense. Control of the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind.
Haribol.
Very bold.
Very therapeutic, no doubt, Bhagavad Gita. Na? The translation says satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. Some days ago and all we discussed this. Who is a beggar, say? Who is a beggar in this world? Or who is poor in this world? Yeah, who is poverty stricken? Who is poor in this world? Someone who is begging for money in the streets? Is he poor? Who is poor in this world? Everyone is poor in this world. Whoever feels that, whoever believes, whoever feels, whoever experiences that I'm lacking something, hmm, that I do not have this, I lack this, he is poor. One who thinks that I'm lacking, he is poor. One who is hankering, one who is lamenting. And real poverty is our lack of knowledge or understanding or relationship with Krishna. That is the real poverty. See, again, uh, as we were just discussing, na, someone has a say a legal case again, uh, and he has hired a lawyer. So what should he do with the lawyer? Someone is has a legal case. Suppose he got cheated or he cheated someone, and there is a legal case happening. Now he wants to protect himself naturally. So in order to protect himself, he hired a lawyer. So what is the most important thing the lawyer would ask his client? And for the client, what would be the most important thing with the lawyer? What is the most important thing for the client to perform in order to win the case? Client knows on his own he cannot win the case. He needs a lawyer. And client knows, say the client is at wrong, but if he finds a good lawyer, hmm, the client may be at fault, but if he finds a good lawyer, he knows that the lawyer can pull me through. The lawyer may maybe give me a reduced punishment, reduced fine, or I don't have to pay any fine and punishment. The lawyer can still help me. The most important thing for both of them, the client and the lawyer, is to have transparency with each other. If the client is not transparent with the lawyer, if he's hiding facts, if he's manipulating, if he's trying to act smart with the lawyer, act any smart with the lawyer, then very difficult for him to win the case. Uh, The lawyer can help the client win the case, provided that the client is open, the client is flexible, the client is um, truthful, honest. Mm, The client is transparent. What does the lawyer want? The lawyer wants to just do as I told you to the client, right? Do not think yourself to be the doer. Now, from now on, you are instrument in my hands. If you want to win this case, like same thing. Krishna also telling us, do not think yourself to be the doer. If you want to say win through this battle of life, then do as I tell you. Become an instrument. And this is what Krishna is telling us in Bhagavad Gita. All these instructions and teachings for us, not for Arjuna as such, no. He was representing us. These all these teachings are for us. So satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, purification of one's existence. Satisfaction, in somewhere in Vedic literature, or may not actually be in Vedic literature, but in behavioral world, there are many philosophers and some very nice quotes and all. So one of the quote on satisfaction is what? Um गौ धन गज धन गौ धन गज धन वाजी धन और रतन धन खान गौ धन गज धन वाजी धन और रतन धन खान लेकिन जब आवत संतोष धन बाकी सब धन धूर समान. Aishwarya, you heard of this before? Or Harsha, Dipti, anyone? Or
Yes,
Kriparaj,
I've
will.
heard it. It's a very beautiful saying.
Hmm? Godhan, Gajdhan, Vajidhan or Ratan Dhan Khan. So Godhan, Go is Guy. Uh, So Dhan, wealth. So someone uh, earlier in back in the day, how many cows you have was considered okay, very rich person. So how many cows do you have? Accordingly rich. Now how many cars maybe or how many property? Uh, but say in Vedic time, how much cows do you have? Very rich. So Godhan, one who is having many cows, very rich. Okay. Godhan, Gajdhan, land. Hmm? How much land do you have? Or animals, other animals, Godhan, Gajdhan, Vajidhan, Ratan Dhan Khan. How many jewelries, grocery, stock of grains do you have? How many jewelries do you have? Even now, people say, no, okay, how much jewelry do you have? Based on that, yeah, very rich property and car, bank balance, them sort of thing. And, uh, but गौधन गजधन वाजीधन रतन धन खान लेकिन जब आवत संतोष धन बाकी सब धन धूर समान. But when one receives the wealth of satisfaction, at that time does not matter how many cars one has, how many property one has, how many cows, how many wealth, how much money, cash, how much jewelry, how many dresses, how many holidays. When one is touched by the wealth of satisfaction. And if not touched by the wealth of satisfaction, then one can be having as many cars, as many houses, as many holidays, but still not happy. And we cannot progress in life if we are not satisfied. We cannot progress. We cannot move ahead. hmm. If we do not leave behind the past, if we are stuck in the past, we cannot move forward. Krishna does not want us to forget the past, no. He told na Arjuna was heavily overwhelmed that I won't fight. Wow, I'm going into the past. How since childhood we have been attacked and attacked only. Uh, Draupadi had to suffer, my mother has to suffer, us brothers, everyone had to suffer since childhood. So very much we go in the loop, na. Some again we discussed few days ago or sometime, na. Some ladies, maybe more in India and could be a worldwide thing, and a bit it is a bit observed more in I believe in ladies, but men also uh, they they go in a loop and they struggle to come to the present. Especially, this is a bit of a worldwide thing. Those who are in female body, na, this is a bit of a God gift thing to them. That mother-in-law and sister-in-law, no, daughter-in-law, hmm, they generally don't go have a very friendly relationship. So generally there is some kitpit, some chaos there. So this. Then, okay, when I was daughter-in-law, I was mistreated. I was mistreated in the family. I was mistreated in the family when I was. Now 30 years have went by. Now she herself is a grandmother, say, but she's still holding this bit. Oh, 30 years back, I was mistreated. I was mistreated. So we cannot move forward in life until and unless we have come through the past. That does not mean that we forget the past, but we move on. We do not hold grudge. Uh, Arjuna was also not willing to fight, so much stuck in the past. Krishna told, do not forget the past. Okay, remember the past, but come over the past. And this is how. See, how can we attain transcendence, eternity? By using this temporary life only, we have to excel or use this temporary as a springboard to go into eternity. In the sense, grief is also good. Yes, this lamentation, mourning period, someone passes away, that is very helpful because it helps us come to reality, accept and calm down and move on. Hmm. Likewise, happiness is also good. It helps to understand for a sane person that it is short lived. So using some things like this in the material world which is temporary, understanding them, then we can go into eternity or transcendence, and then we wouldn't get disturbed by the duality or upheavals of life. Satisfaction is a highest wealth, as this is the greatest wealth. Satisfaction, one who is content, satisfied and peaceful. And satisfaction will come only when we are in a relationship with Krishna. Because another thing, ना मछली जल की रानी है, जीवन उसका पानी है. हाथ लगाओ जल जाएगी, बाहर निकालो. हाँ, ऐश्वर्या, व्हाट डू यू से? बाहर निकालो. अच्छा, someone complete those one.
तो मर जाएगी.
हाँ? So, मछली जल की रानी है. Fish is the queen of the water. Let's try to do a literal translation of this. Fish is the queen of the water. है ना? She is the queen of the water. मछली जीवन उसका पानी है. Life of water is fish. Life of fish is water. Hmm. For fish, life is water. Hmm. हाथ लगाओ डर जाएगी. If we touch a fish, she gets scared. Hmm. Gets scared, na? Shivering. Hmm. And if fish taken out of water will die. So fish can only be happy when it's in constitutional position, it's in actual position, which is in proper water environment. Now some fish, big fish, they need a big water environment, big water body, small fish, different sort of thing. Na? And likewise, us also, we will be very satisfied, peaceful, happy when we understand what nature should we be living in. Our nature is, none of us live in isolation. Does anyone live in isolation? And we do not want to become such a yogi that we have no connection with this world. No? How can we deny? First of all, Mahaprabhu's teachings, na Bharata Bhumite hoile Manushya Janma jar, Nij Janma Sarthak Kari Karo Paropkar. That first of all, we educate ourselves in Krishna consciousness and then we pass on that Krishna consciousness to others. If I am helping myself in Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will use me as an instrument, hmm, to pass on that Krishna consciousness to others. This world, there are two types of people only, right? Influencer and influenced. Hmm. And some are in betweener. There's always in betweeners, na? Like Brahma Jyoti are the in betweeners. They are neither of this material world nor they are of the spiritual world. They are in limbo, proper limbo. And that is like these Mayavadis or those who Nirvishesasvadis, those who aspire for Brahma Jyoti, complete limbo state they go in. No help for them there. No help. So in this world there are influencers, influenced and in-betweeners. Where do you see, where do we fit in? Someone who has not yet found his resolve in Krishna consciousness, what do you think? Is he or she an influencer or influenced or both? This is a question. Someone practicing Krishna consciousness, mm, and not yet someone not, who has not yet found his resolve in the practice of Krishna consciousness is actually an influenced only. Why? Because he is influenced by the modes of material nature. Mm. प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वस्य अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते. He is influenced. Mm. And when one takes the shelter of the internal energy of the Lord, uh, or Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat Tvam Uttishta युद्धो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुं भुङ्क्ष्या राज्यं समृद्धम्. मयि एव एते निहितपूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. So now Arjuna, therefore get up, fight, win all glory, enjoy this flourishing kingdom, conquer your enemies. By my prior previous arrangement, they have already been declared dead. You just become an instrument. Then we become influenced. This is the way to go from influence to influencer. If we live in under the modes of material nature, we are going to be influenced. But if we come under the care and shelter of Krishna, under the internal potency of Krishna, then we will be influencing, not getting influenced. We will be getting influenced by Krishna, and that spirit will rub off. mm. Everyone in this world, we take inspiration, we give inspiration. So when we become Krishna conscious, then yes, that inspiration will also be rubbing off onto others. Simplicity. Everyone desires kind of simplicity but doesn't understand where is it, how to get simplicity, how to become simple. Simplicity, real simplicity is in attentively chanting the holy names of Krishna. Doing japa attentively. Very simple. What resource is required in doing japa? Just a bead bag and beads, japa bag and japa mala. Hmm? And one sit down and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is such a great transcendental repeat mode, transcendental repeat loop sort of. Keep on repeating, keep on repeating. Then this will put us in eternal loop. Hmm. This will take us to transcendence, to eternity. But in worldly affairs, we chant so many things. See, it is irony, na? Go to stadium, cricket match, football match, people chant. Dhoni, Dhoni, Sachin, Sachin, people chant. Football, people chant. People put on the jersey, they'll put on the dress of their favorite team or favorite player. They will do makeup, they will worship, postcard, posters, all those things. Because this spirit of loving or serving someone or the other is there. People serve sports stars, politicians, celebrities, and in the same way, pretty much, and devotees serve Radha Krishna in temples, deities, and sing arti of them, show them lamp, incense, and all paraphernalias, sing before them, dance before them, study before them, want to know more of them. There's so many talk shows, comedy shows, but all everywhere mundane only, everywhere mundane. This is why there is no satisfaction or there is no peace and there is no simplicity. Simplicity, this is simplicity, na japa. one same Mahamantra over and over again. But we like complicated things. If you tell someone that okay, take bead bag and beads, japa mala and japa, and just chant Hare Krishna. No, no. Give me something complicated. Give me some complicated yoga asana. Give me some complicated yoga terminology. Give me something complicated meditation. This, that, some complicated reflection. We like actually a bit of complication in life. We don't really appreciate simplicity. And when we are stuck in complicated, then we want simplicity. But then again, that simplicity does not appeal much to us. We again want to go back to complicatedness. But Bhagavad Gita, study of Bhagavad Gita is to unlock the mystery of life altogether. Simplicity, gravity. There should be weightage. Na? Uh, man is someone who can modify himself. Man is someone who can modify his instinct, who can modify his desire, who can modify his identity, and furthermore. What man is that who cannot modify? A man who cannot modify, who is not modifying himself, is as good as an animal. Dvipad Pashu, they say in Bhagavatam. Two-legged animal. A man who is not modifying himself. So there is man. Hmm. And what? Man animal. Body is like man, but activities are all animalistic. Animalistic activities are what? Where is food? Where is shelter? Where is sex enjoyment? Where is defense? This is just animalistic mentality, even though given a body of a human being. Many times we ask, na, see this, how many times us, na, like we take pride. Oh, we are Hindus, we are worshippers, we are believers, we are theists. We take pride. So we go to temple, we know this. But when we go, what do we ask in temple generally? God, where are you? I'm in trouble. Where are you, God? Help me. Where are you? Or, God, who are you? Sometimes challenging in a way. Who are you, God? Or, God, who do you think you are? Who are you? I can work it out myself. Or we ask God, where are you? Help me. Hmm? But how many times do we ask this, God, how are you? How many times? Check out for yourself. How many times we must have been to temple, na? We must have been to some sort of, in India it is common, na? Jagran, satsang, sort of thing. Uh, that pandal having big programs, big cities, small cities, and make loudspeaker and bring a band, bring a team, and sing some devotional songs, dance, and some sort of food. All this. But there is no transformation, there is no change of heart. Why no change of heart? Because we are not consulting Bhagavad Gita, we are not associating with devotees. Still the same, there are many, no, every year people do, families will do every year some sort of function, but just during the day of function, they will not drink or smoke, or they will try to be good and polite and dress nicely in dhoti, not dhoti, very few wear dhoti, but some sort of kurta pajama and all. But next day, same thing again, back to normal, back to square one. Just for that day, may not go to cinema or may not watch cricket or may watch elsewhere. But next day, no stopping again. This is not how man is. Man, human life means a life of gravity, weight, na principle, living with some principle, some culture. More responsible than human life is the life of a devotee. Very responsible life. Self control. Strength is in self control. Strength is shown, real strength is in self control. How much self control do I exercise? How much self control do I have? Strength is not in losing control. Many want to lose their control and show their strength. Why? How? By bursting out anger, mm, by shouting. See, in this Bhagavad Gita dialogue, was Krishna shouting at Arjuna? No. Was he moaning, complaining, frustrated? Nothing like this. Nothing. No agitated. That is a courageous. Truth, it does not need to worry. Truth does not need to defend itself or show. Na? So our real strength lies in self-control. How much control have we got? And karmis, they just want to show off. Self strength is not going to gym and building bodybuilding. More is that's physical. More than physical strength is the mental strength that is required. And if we do not exercise self-control, how can we move forward in life? And there are ways of self-control. One of the way of self-control is what? Okay, count from 1 to 10. That will help you deviate, that will help one distract, and one will find peace and come through it. But 1 to 10, if you're not able to do this, then count 1 to 20, count 1 to 15. That way, get some self control. Or go for a walk. uh, As once we were in Glasgow University, and Pip and Panchatattva Prabhu, and we were discussing, they were saying what? That if you want peace for 15 minutes, go take a nap. If someone wants peace for 15 minutes, go take a nap. If someone wants peace for 30 minutes, listen to some music. If someone wants peace for 2 hours, then watch IPL cricket or watch football 2 hours. If someone wants peace for 3 hours, say, then okay, go for a walk, some exercise, some time in nature. If someone wants peace for a day, then go for a night out, some party for a day. If someone wants peace for a week, go for a holiday, then travel somewhere. Huh? If someone wants peace for 6 months, then yeah. But if someone wants peace forever, then chant Hare Krishna. See, one thing is chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Another is uh, be happy, stay happy. Yeah. Chanting then should lead us to crying. Chanting should become the crying. There is no difference actually between chanting and crying. Chanting can only be chanting when it is a cry. If it is not a cry, then it is not chanting proper. Chanting means what? Na calling out, na calling out the names, pukarna, calling out. Call out can be in cry only, in desperation. So materially satisfied, spiritually ambitious. Gravity, self-control. These are the symptoms of a human being, of a sadhaka. Now, now look, we are not as well human beings. Na? We are practicing Krishna consciousness. We are sadhakas. Ashram, na? Ashram. So, we all are in one of the four ashram, brahmachari, grasta, vanaprastha or sannyas. Ashram means what? That place, that residence, that shelter, that place where shramik, where a person, shramik, resides and does some shram, efforts, make efforts. Hmm? So human life is meant to make efforts. For what? God realization. We all have come in this life in the under the spell of ignorance only. When we physically were born, say we were asking, no, who am I, where am I, who is who? We did not know our name. Mother, father told us and educated us in our name. They told us you are a boy, you are a girl, sit like this, walk like this, everything. We came in ignorance. And now growing up, we further pile up ignorance only in the form of this material education A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. What is in this world? Outside of Krishna consciousness, is there anything other than matter and its manipulation or interaction? Everything is matter and its interaction and its manipulation. So we might become lawyer, doctor, engineer, scientist, but what are we doing at the end of the day? Matter and its interaction. Anything different, anything more, anything outside of this? And working like this, when we leave our body, what will we will be carrying? Matter and its interaction only. So we come in ignorance, we leave also in ignorance. Such a harsh thing. Human life gives us an opportunity. Okay, we come with some level of ignorance, some level of say knowledge, some scars, na, coming, some level of devotional culture coming, some level of culture coming in this life, such an opportunity to dovetail ourselves to further excel in life. There's this saying, na, what we are human beings having a spiritual experience. ऐसे बोलते ना? There's this saying, we are human beings having a spiritual experience. Another is what? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Hmm? Okay, so let us take this as a question. Four categories. One is human beings having spiritual experience. Tell me of these four, which one, tell me of the four, which one is the best. Hmm? Okay. Human beings having a spiritual experience. Second category, spiritual beings having a human experience. Third category, human beings having a human experience. And fourth category, spiritual being having a spiritual experience. Now, where do we fall? Which category do we live in? And which category should we be living in? Repeat the four categories again. One is human being having a spiritual experience. Number two, say spiritual being having a human experience. One is I am a human being having a spiritual experience. Two is I am a spiritual being having a human experience. Three is I am a human being having a human experience. Four is I am a spiritual being having a spiritual experience. Where do you think we fall and where do you think we should be?
Uh, Hare Krishna. Uh,
Anybody?
I would say we probably at this point we are um, spiritual beings having human experience, and I guess we're trying to get to the point where we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience. That's my thinking.
So, okay, very nice. So, Reina says, currently we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Hmm. And he says, we would like to be what? Spiritual being having a spiritual experience. Wherever say we are, yeah, we could well be like in human body but living like animals. In this human body, we can live like humans, and in this human body, we can live like demigods, and in this human body, we can live like a devotee. best is living like a devotee. Human body, but living like an animal is what? Unregulated, uncontrolled, unrestricted. No discipline, no purpose in life, no goal, no aim, aspiration. Or if at all there is goal, purpose, aim, and aspiration, what is that goal? Where is food? Khana ka hai? Khana, khana, khana. The word khana is so annoying actually. The word khana itself to me gives a irritation or a feeling sort of thing that okay, look, some greedy person and so self-centered, so this sense gratification oriented, so self-centered. Khana, khana, khana. Another is what? Pana, which sounds very good. Pana. Pana means so. Harsha, Aishwarya, Anuja, Dipti. Someone of you tell. What does pana mean?
Prashadam Pana,
What does pana mean?
to receive.
Pana means not to receive, to gain something, to obtain something, to attain something, to get something. Means given upon. Given upon. That okay, I have been bestowed with this human form of life. Now I've been bestowed with devotee association. Hmm? So one is pana, wherein there is acknowledgement, there is gratitude in pana. In khana, where is gratitude in khana? In khana is like the food is there in the plate, tuck in. Munch in. Khana means food. Food in general, yeah. So, okay. Khana means like a plate, food is served in the plate, now munch in or tuck in or they say something like this, right? In English expression, in every, hmm? Chow down. In every culture, say, they will find this expression. Toot padho, Akraman. Hmm? Seeing food, seeing curd, paneer, seeing gulab jamun, seeing samosa, attack. Uh, That is khana mentality. And pana mentality is what? Prayer mentality, gratitude mentality. Oh wow, I've been given, I've been blessed. Hmm? That is the thing. I don't deserve this, but I've been blessed. Pana. One will be always peaceful when he sees life just okay, yes, I'm just a receiver. I've been blessed. I've obtained, I've been given. Come good or come bad, come pain or come pleasure. If I can live in Pana mentality, very nice. If I live in Khana mentality, it's a passionate mentality. Khana mentality is a doer mentality, a passionate mentality. No, sense gratification mentality. And Pana mentality is a very subservient, very mellow, calm down, peaceful, gravity, that mentality. Acknowledgement, uh, that mentality. So yeah, again, one is like khana, another pana. Mm. These are all some thoughts to help us think what is life. Is there more to life than what I see? Is there more to life than just drinking, eating, partying, roaming, and uh, TikToking, Twittering, all these things? All this like sense gratification. They say, no, what? Bruising while cruising, something like that. Uh, but this is not how a sadhaka lives. Now we are sadhaka, we live a life of purpose. Good discipline, good lifestyle, but all what? With this purpose. Radha Krishna Prityarth. This is how a sadhaka should live. That everything for the pleasure of the divine couple. Everything that pleases the divine couple. Radha Krishna Prityarth. That which increases their joy. Krishna Bhakti means Krishna Preeti. So love. where there is attachment, where there is love, where there is emotions. So human life is very valuable life. Now in this life, because of lack of good association, and good association meaning wise meaning devotee association, we may be living like animals. Just after food, what different, what unique are we doing? Someone could be just working as a doctor, someone could be working as a compounder, but still everyone is earning money, na? Someone is this way or that way, business or whatever way. What unique are we doing? Someone eats with fork and knife, someone eats with hand. What different are we doing? Someone does sense enjoyment watching television, someone does sense enjoyment playing sports, someone does sense enjoyment singing. Uh, what different, what unique? Someone defends himself through passwords and all, someone defends himself by bursting out anger. But otherwise unique or special are we doing? So real life begins when we understand that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. That is when the journey starts. Mm. So in this human, we can come at least live like human. But through study of Bhagavad Gita, we can excel straight, come to the platform of living like a devotee in a human body, which is beyond like living like a demigod in a human body. Mm. Living like demigod in a human body is mode of goodness. Living like human in a human body is mode of passion. Living like animal in a human body is mode of ignorance. And living like devotee in a human body is transcendental mode. These options are choices are there in front of us. These options are there. What is stopping us? Our own ignorance. Our own mental blockage is stopping us. No one else. Who is cheating me? Who is pulling me down? No one but myself. How can I raise above? Good association. Nirdvanda nitya sattvasta niryoga shematmavan. Krishna tells Arjuna 245 na? That uh, rise above duality and become free from the desire for gain, safety, security, prestige. Uh, How? By situating in nitya sattvasta, by transcendence. Who is situated in transcendence? Satpurush, Mahatpurush, a pure devotee. So by inquiring from a pure devotee, by searching out, by desiring, hankering for the association of a pure devotee, we will become a pure devotee. Then we currently we may be what? Human being having a spiritual experience, spiritual being having a human experience, or human being having a human experience. But ultimate is what? We are spiritual being having a spiritual experience. If we live like that, then Yogmaya will spot us and lift us all together. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments, or clarifications, or suggestion? So, something about gravity, na? Gravity means what? Gravity means uh, a fundamental, some values, some principles. Hmm. That is gravity. Gravity means not just cheap, not just loose, uh, not just something quick, easy. No. Uh, Gravity means living a life of truthfulness, morality, virtue, sanctity. Then we live a life of good principles. That is gravity, Siddhantic Jivan. That puts us some weight or some on our, like, yes, we are carrying some gravity in life. Otherwise, casual, na life. What different are we doing other than eating, sleeping, mating, defending? Are we doing anything extraordinary or what? Again, in a way, this world what? Boy likes girl, girl likes shopping. And that is what? That is the cycle. Uh, Boy like girls, girls like attention. That is the word. Where is gravity in this? No gravity. Shallow. Shallow. This world is just living on impressing others. How to impress others, how to show off, how can I come across as someone who is very grave. Oh, he's a very grave businessman, he's a very grave sports star and all. Mm. Real gravity is what? Having a substance in life, having a purpose, a vision. Now, sports stars also, everyone has a purpose, vision in life. But is that purpose any outside of this eating, sleeping, mating, defending? One may say that the purpose is what? Humanity. So your foundation is where? If someone's purpose is serving humanity, then actually tell you something, his foundation is atheistic, proper atheistic foundation, or his foundation is matter oriented, material. His foundation is just skin deep, just bear some help for the external covering this body, material body. Has anyone been able to save his body? There are many in Europe and Western countries who live beyond 80, 90. But go in care homes and see what life is there. Could still be in 90 or 100. But how much what life is there? Living on bed, food pipes. Someone comes and makes you walk. Someone comes and gets you shower. Someone comes and takes you out for a walk or shopping. After 70s, how many live with their family? Look, till 70s you work hard for friends and family. After 70s, how much does one live with family? So gravity is gravity in vision, gravity in mission, gravity in purpose, gravity in understanding, gravity in role or aim of life, vision of life. That gravity, that will bring gravity. Others, na, which are ideology. What is our ideology? By what ideology are we driven? That determines how grave we are. And when we take into the mission the message of Krishna consciousness, the message of Mahaprabhu, uh, then we will become grave. Gravity, grave meanings not entertaining sense gratification. Sense gratification is cheap, easy, slow, boring, binding. Mm. Grave person, dheer, na? Gravity means grave meaning sober. Sober meaning wise. One who is not confused, not bewildered, who does not live in illusion, who lives in reality, who sees reality, who acts like that. That is grave. That's the answer. Okay, any other thoughts? Okay, let us read next. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastatrividham nare aphalakankshibhiryukte satvikyam parichakshate. Anujari translation. Read just translation. Okay, Renas, you read translation. Just translation.
Okay. This threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by man not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme, is called austerity in goodness.
Hmm. Okay, let us read two more and we discuss together then. सत्कारमान पूजार्थं तपोदम्बेन चेव यत् क्रियते तदिह प्रोक्तं राजसं चलमध्रुवम्. Dipti, if you can read. Dipti read or Harsha read? Yeah,
I
Dipti
can
read.
read, Prabhuji. Purport.
Translation and purport.
Translation. Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mood of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. Sometimes penance and austerity are executed to attract people and receive honor, respect, and worship from others. Person in the mood of passion arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and offer riches. Such arrangements, artificially made by the performance of penances, are considered to be in the mood of passion. The results are temporary. They can be continued for some time, but they are not permanent.
Translation again.
Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mood of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. मूढग्राहनेत्मानो मूढग्राहेनेत्मनो यत् पीडया क्रियते तप साधनार्थं वा तत्तामसमुदारितम्. Harsha read translation purport. Harsha, are you able to read? Or Renas or Deepti read?
Hare Krishna. Uh, so, okay. So the translation: penance performed out of foolishness, with self-torture or to destroy or injure others is said to be in the mood of ignorance. Purport: there are instances of foolish penance undertaken by demons like Hiranyakashipu, who perform austere penance to become immortal and kill demigods. He prayed to Brahma for such things bad. Ultimately, he was killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To undergo penances for something which is impossible is certainly in the mood of ignorance. Translation: penance performed out of foolishness with self-torture or to destroy or injure others is said to be in the mood of ignorance.
Very true, very real, very relatable. See Bhagavad Gita, timeless wisdom, na? Spoken 5,000 years ago, but so valuable, so real, so practical. So what 17 says, na? This threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by men not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme is called austerity in goodness. See, this selfless duty is also not pure devotional service. This is a question. Why selfless duty is not pure devotional service? Selfless act need not be pure devotional service. Why? we understand, okay, something which does one for honor, praise and all, it is not good. It is like, oh, passionate, he's doing this because of for name and all. Now someone may say he's doing this not for name, out of selfless reason. So when one acts for selfless reason, still it is not devotional service, or definitely not pure devotional service. It is not bhakti or pure bhakti for sure. Why?
Because there is
Harsha,
no
you
love
can.
for God.
Spot on. Harsha, 1:5:12, share Srimad Bhagavatam 1:5:12. Nashkarmyam api achyut bhava varjitam. न शोभते ज्ञानम अलम निरंजनम. कुत पुनः शाश्वत अभद्रम ईश्वरे. Uh, न चार्पितम अपि, what does it say? न कर्मपि चार्पितम, न चार्पितम कर्म यदपि अकारणम. 1:5:12. Nashkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjitam. Now Nashkarmyam, beautiful shloka. Let us see this word to word meanings also of this. नैष्कर्म्यम अपि अच्युत भाववर्जितम न शोभते ज्ञानम अलम निरंजनम. Even though free from all designations, but still it is not praiseworthy. So neshkarmyam, selfless, neshkarmyam, self-realization, being freed from the reactions of fruitive work. Neshkarmyam api, although achyuta bhava varjitam, this is the thing. Achyuta Krishna, na? Bhava varjitam, conception devoid. So that which is devoid for love and service of Krishna. That which is not done with love and service for Krishna. Even though even though it is very selfless, still does not na shobhate, does not look good. Na shobhate. Jnanam alam niranjanam. This sort of knowledge, understanding, although it is free from matter, free from designations, then what to say of someone who is actually stuck in fruitive activity? So Anuja, read translation 1:5:12.
The screen is not visible, Ashish.
Renas, can you read translation 1:5:12? Or if someone else can read. I've shared the link though. Or I'll ask Pip to read translation.
Hare Krishna. Knowledge of self-realization, even though free from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of a conception of the infallible God. What then is the use of fruitive activities, which are naturally painful from the very beginning and transient by nature, if they are not utilized for the devotional service of the Lord?
Yeah. What then is the use? So again, aradito yadi hari tapasa tatakim. Naradito yadi hari tapasa. Actually, if we see all the this slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Vedic literature, and outside of Bhagavatam, CC, and Bhagavad Gita, even wider section of Vedic literature, they all point to this truth only, to love and serve Krishna unconditionally. So Narad ji says, na aradito yadi hari tapasa tatakim. That if my aradhana means worship, effort and all, is all to please Hari. Sam siddhir Hari toshanam. If it is to satisfy Hari, then where is that trouble? Where is the austerity? A mother does not find austerity in changing the nappies of her child. No. So aradito yadi hari tapasa tatakim. Naradito yadi hari tapasa tatakim. And if Krishna is not the benefactor of what we do, then why do you worry? What is the problem? Where to worry? Huh? Antarbahir yadi hari tapasa tatakim nanu antarbahir yadi hari tapasa tatakim. If you are intertwined fully with Krishna, then why is the austerity? Why is the worry? And if you are not intertwined with Krishna, then again, why do you worry? Yeah. See, we are really the in-betweeners. We say ना in हिंदी क्या खाओ पियो मजे करो कल क्या होगा किसको पता अभी जिंदगी का ले लो मजा बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग्स लाइक दिस ना खाओ पियो मजा करो in English there is expression what uh, drinks dance rock and roll something like that right so that or what they say we die once we live once we die once you only live once make the most of it. But even though we say this, but we are not able to do this. Look, even though someone may not be practicing Krishna consciousness, someone has not found his feet or shelter or resolve in Krishna consciousness, and could be into clubbing, pubbing, say, but yet the person he speaks, preaches on this philosophy. We only live once, make the most of it. But he himself struggled to be making the most of it. Definitely, he himself, with his clubbing, pubbing, drinking, socializing, and all, will still be feeling hollow, shallow, cannot really enjoy. Look, and us also struggle. Us also struggle. We know that life is not meant for sense enjoyment and all, and us also struggle in bhakti. So Prabhupada said, "Na, Krishna consciousness is a sweet struggle. It is struggle, but it is a sweet struggle. It is desired struggle, cherished struggle, intelligent struggle." Material life is just struggle, hard struggle for no worth, no value. So again same nishkarmyam api achyuta bhavavarjitam na. So austerity in three modes. Hmm? Why if someone is not doing austerity for some sacrifice, not for name, fame, hmm? but even though selfless service, still that selfless is not very good if it is not connected with Krishna. If it is not in relationship with Krishna, if it is not to bring joy to Krishna. Mm. Our everything, whatever we do in life, should be Radha Krishna Prityarth only. To whatever to please them, what pleases them. Baba Bhakti means what? Relationship, na loving relationship. Love means what? To look what is pleasurable to the other person, what is good and pleasurable. Once a person told me, okay, so you bring for me a very good branded cigarette mm, and a very good branded alcohol bottle. Why? Because I'm your uncle, you love me, na? And this will please me. This will make me happy. So bring me cigarette, bring me alcohol. Now, is this proper love? Is this how I can show love or how should I show love? Uh, and really, will this make cigarette and alcohol, will that make the, say, my friend, uncle, relative, whosoever happy? I once read an article in BBC that a person's granddad, he was in hospital and there was not much hope for him. So he was to pass away soon, person's granddad in hospital. And the person's granddad wanted, last wish was what? Desire was what? To have some beer or some alcohol and watch some sport or game and this thing. So the grandson he arranged. He got permission, some special permission request and all, and he arranged. And BBC covered this. Wow, look, grandson. Now, is this the help? Externally, what does it seem? Oh yes, such a great grandson. Huh? And the grandson also, yes, I did this. I became popular. Might be thinking, no? I became popular. Look, talk of the town now. I'm on BBC now. I did this for my granddad. My granddad wanted beer. I supplied him with beer. Wow. Granddad was very happy when he was leaving the body. Say, but is this the service? No, this is not the proper way. This is not how we make someone happy. This doing all of this, we become ourselves influenced, and we others also become influenced only. We go further down. We become more bind up. We become more controlled by nature. Look, state will control, na? State controls people, those who do not follow state law. Then state imposes restriction on them, right? State is watching on them. mm, State checks their movement and activity. But if when someone is obeying state laws, then nothing to worry, say. Likewise, if we do not understand law of karma, law of nature, and our spiritual nature, then we will be controlled. But when we understand our nature and live by our nature, we will find more control in life. The very definition of bhakti is what? Anya Abhilashita Shunyam Gyan Karma Anavritam. Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam Bhakti Ruttamam. So that which is favorable to Krishna, that which is done, which is favorable to bring joy to Krishna. Na? That which pleases Krishna is bhakti. Now, Anya Abhilashita Sunyam is pure bhakti. Anya Abhilashita meaning there is no other desire. I do not carry any other desire than to bring joy to Krishna. That is pure bhakti. And bhakti means what? Okay, to bring joy to Krishna. That is okay, bhakti. So it is not in the mode of goodness or not selfless. Bhakti is transcendental. It is a culture, it is a sentiment, it is a life. Relationship, na? We live in relationship. And currently we all are having material relationships, which means mundane, which means temporary, short-lived, with mother, father, friends, family members, spouse, children. How long is that? But that relationship, we can see that Krishna is the source of the spark. And that sort of relationship can be expanded into or um, yeah, for towards eternity. Relationship of friendship, relationship of servitorship, relationship of fraternity, relationship of conjugal love. And austerity, which is done like for honor, praise, name, fame, that is all in the mode of passion, wherein we want to be known, we want to be popular. That yes, I am charitable, I am a good person. Now again, for a sadhaka, this is a very filthy thought to think, oh, I'm a good devotee or I'm a good person. Very filthy, very self centered. The more we advance in Krishna consciousness, such thoughts will haunt us. But someone who has not found his resolve in life might find it very peaceful. Oh, why do you say that, okay, you are a good person? Why does this thought make you feel a bit awkward? No, it should not. Yeah. For someone who has not found his resolve in Krishna consciousness, he would be okay with this thought. But us practicing Krishna conscious devotees, no. We don't want to think like this, that I'm a good person or I'm a good devotee. No, no. These comparisons won't help. Mm, these comparisons would not help us develop the proper mood. Whatever we are, okay, poor or advancing, whatever we are, yeah, of course, we need to see that where our blockage is, where are we stuck, what is our problem, just little bit and then work. Solution is what? Reading, hearing, chanting is the solution, devotee association. Then if we are taking good association, we won't be so keen, interested in knowing where I am stuck also. Okay, wherever I am stuck, let me take good association and I will move ahead. I will move ahead. So the world has pretty much six events only, na? Birth, death, success, failure, fame, infamy, praise or insult. Nothing outside of these six. Success or failure, mm, praise or insult, birth or death, mm, victory or defeat, And using them, both using victory, using defeat, we have to transcend. And austerity performed out of foolishness with self-torture or to destroy or injure others is in the mode of ignorance. So many demons they perform austerity in the mode of ignorance only, na? Out of foolishness with self-torture or to destroy or injure others, to cause harm to others. There are many people who find joy while seeing others in trouble, others in distress. That brings them happiness. Some find happiness when they are happy, and some find happiness when others are unhappy. Then they find more happiness. So, those who find happiness when they themselves are happy, mode of passion. Those who find happiness when others are unhappy, mode of ignorance. Then there are someone who find happiness when others are happy, mode of goodness, charitable, peaceful mode. Transcendental mode is what? When the divine couple are happy. When we think of their joy, there's unlimited engagement, there's unlimited seva. So when we think of the divine couple, that is transcendental happiness. And in that happiness, our happiness is connected and linked. Look, so many people now go through so much austerity. Many before coming into Krishna consciousness, I did this yoga, that thing, so much might have done. And sure, this demonic sadhana, full of austerities. Look, some of the austerities done, na? Demons like, okay, if you do not give me benediction, I've done austerity for long. Now, if you do not give me benediction, I will chop my hand, chop my fingers, chop my head altogether. So in a way, like children tell na parents, okay, I've been a good boy for long. Now, if you do not give me, I will create such a tantrum. I will go out and throw things out, or I will tell others that you are bad. That is like demonic mentality. I will do austerity. I have done austerity. Now give me. Or I will do austerity the way I like it. Very self centered. See, in center, only Radha Krishna suit in center. Only center is for them only. Real self center is when Radha Krishna are in the center. That is real proper self center. But when we put ourselves in the center, say, then it is a problem. And we have to free ourselves from this mentality that I'm going to be happy. I am happy. A very high level of Krishna consciousness, na? Wherein practicing Krishna consciousness, one does not think that I'm going to be happy or whatever. He's free from that thought. How? Mahaprabhu says, na, Ashish liya padaratam pinashtumam. Adarsnan marma hatam karotuva. Yatha tata vavidhatu lampato mat prana nathastu saivaya napara. That now I am yours. Use me as you like, roughly or embrace me with love, whichever way. But I am yours. So, practicing Krishna consciousness, very elevated stage, that we should completely free ourselves from this. Okay, I'm doing a right thing, or this is the right path, or I will be peaceful, I will be happy. What is there for me in it? No, we don't have to. Uh, we are not karmis, okay, but we do not become like conditioned devotees also, or no. We have to constantly think of Krishna, that understand our bond with Krishna, that relationship with Krishna. Think of the devotional of other devotees have. That thinking, when we come in that mood, in that bhav. That is Braj Bhakti, na? Seeing the bhakti in others. Who is a Brajvasi for us? For a sadhaka, a spiritual master is a Brajvasi. A sadhaka should see, develop that mood, that light, that wow. My spiritual master does bhajan, he is in proper samadhi. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments? So, what does it mean, like being a Brajvasi? Na? Vas means what? One who is living, one who is residing. Vas, one who is living. Uh, so, who is a Brajvasi? One who is not just fixed up in Krishna consciousness, one who is living, performing bhakti with that mood, with that bhav. Bas, na, this shelter or residence can be attained with mood only, with bhav only. So one who is doing bhakti in Braj bhav. Now for a sadhaka, who is the most inspiring person for a sadhaka? Who is the most inspiring devotee for a sadhaka? Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Vaishnavas are inspiring, all Vaishnavas are inspiring, but it is the Siksha Guru and the Diksha Guru, the most. And in bygone ages, it is the Siksha Guru used to be the Diksha Guru also. Now we live a bit of a diverse society, perhaps say. So Siksha Guru need not be the Diksha Guru, but them are the most advanced and the most inspiring. Hmm. So a sadhaka, he should develop this mood, this relationship, that how my spiritual master is a Brajvasi actually. And Brajvasi, how in consciousness. Bhakti is in consciousness, in that bhav, in that mood. Uh, Shri Radhika Madhaviyorapara Madhurya Leela Gunrupa Namna Pratikshana Danlolopasya Vande Gurushi Charnarvindam. Pratikshana, every moment is in that mood, in that consciousness, in Braj Bhakti, Braj Priti. So one who has attained that bhav, one who is into that bhav, and Mahamantra is giving us access to our conjugal love actually. Once we understand who we are, whose we are, then that will come about. And again, we all take association, we all get influence. So if we take association of divine personality like spiritual master, Guru Devna, if we take their association, then that association inspiration will rub off us. We can never repay the rin of devotee association. We can never repay. So our acknowledgement or our this is what our repayment say if at all is to acknowledge or to stay blessed, to stay focused, to glorify, to continue glorify, to always experience that gratitude. See, in Krishna consciousness, um, someone who is senior forever. Mm, that should be the mood, that should be the thing. In material life, in family relationships, because of this familiarity, uh, once we see parents as, oh, my parents are role model guardians or some teacher, but then when more familiarity comes, well, they don't know better. I know same. Or at work and other places, once like, okay, yes, he's my guru. And then, oh, we are pals, we are peers. But not like this in Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, once a senior is always a senior. That should be our mood. It is advanced, is elevated. And it is not to compare and it is not to do such calculation. Okay, it took him actually 8 years and 9 months to come to this stage. Now if I do bhakti at this rate, then maybe I can achieve this state in 6 years, or otherwise in 10 years, 11 years, 7 months. No, these are all material mundane calculations, they hold no ground. And we are not in a chase, no? We are not in a run. No? And especially such comparisons we should not be doing. Advancement in bhakti then become how less critical are we, how more are we glorifying devotees, and when we hear the glories of other devotees, how does it make us feel? Now, some devotee could be distant, living in India, America, somewhere else, or some another temple. We like glorifying the devotee, and we may like hearing, but the devotees with whom we live, how much good can we see in them? And when they are glorified, how do we feel? So that is like Braj Bhakti, or is to the Bhav of Braj. Means complete shelter, complete attachment out of love for Krishna, Radha Krishna Prityat. And who is in that bhav? Spiritual master, a sadhaka should build that vision to see his Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru in that light, in that bhav. If one cannot glorify his spiritual master, who else can he glorify? That is the most sacred relationship, the most pure relationship. uh, the relationship between a guru and Sishya, the most pure, the most intimate, the most close relationship. And when we honor, when we respect, when we find our bonding, affinity, love in that relationship, then Krishna will be open to us. But it should not be, Diksha is not a formality. It can become a formality when I am in a very good relationship with my Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, then yes, it is a formality, okay. And it is very helpful. Before taking initiation, if one can actually make up his heart and with heart accept and all, and has that heart to heart connection, then it becomes a formality. When one already has had a heart to heart connection, and then it's a formality, okay. Yes, let us do formality. Why? To show to the world, okay, this fire yagya, fine. Otherwise, though, the disciple has already agreed and the guru has also already accepted. But to formalize things, yeah, we do it. Yeah. So that is the most cherished, sacred, and practicing Krishna consciousness. It should not be okay. We have taken initiation and now we shy away from the spiritual master. No, and we do not. See, it can happen, na? Initiated, and we are working on what? Our relationship with the Mahamantra, our relationship with deities, my relationship with my temple president, but not working on my relationship with spiritual master. No, not good. No. Everyone is then in mercy of the spiritual master. So when we prepare our mood like this, the day we become a Guru Bhakta, Krishna will accept as Krishna Bhakta. The day we become Guru Bhakta. But if we struggle to become Guru Bhakta, how can Krishna help take us in? भाई जो अपने गुरु का ही नहीं हो पाया वो किसी का हो पाएगा क्या बताओ? One who has not become loyal or one who has not become genuine to his spiritual master, who how can he be trusted for any matter? Like girl and boy get married, na? Now if the wife if she's not chaste to her husband, not loyal, not sincere to her husband, who can she be sincere to then in the family member, in the in-laws? If the girl है कि नहीं बहुत देखो, हाँ हर्षा दीप्ति Anuja Renas, what do you say? A girl is married and if she is not chaste and loyal to her husband, can her mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, other sister-in-laws, other in-laws, family members, what can they expect from her? Nothing, no? If she is not chaste and loyal to her husband, who can she be chaste and loyal to? So likewise, if I cannot, like क्या फायदा? What good is that bhakti? I learned all the shlokas. I did 64 rounds of japa, this and that, but I did not build any relationship with my spiritual master. Mm. So, Guru is not for name and fame. Guru is not for fashion, or Guru is not for formality, or Guru is not for bhed chalna, this sheepish mentality. Okay, everyone is taking, let me also take. Oh, it has been these many months, years, I have not been initiated yet. No, Guru is not for any of these considerations. So we need lots and lots of encouragement. We need lots and lots of education. First Siksha, then Diksha. Then Diksha will be solidified. But if we take Diksha without Siksha, then it could be troublesome. Does that answer? Okay, any other thoughts, questions, or comments? Okay, we leave it here then. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time, patience, and encouragement. Hare Krishna.